Magus Supreme here, just here to talk. Um, I've been feeling like I wanted to read today, just to have something out there. Um, First things first, I want to tell you guys that I'm planning another pick a card, but I will be doing it for Saturday. Uh, a lot of good things has been happening back to back to back to back, and I just been like really happy and in really good energy, and really just been enjoying the way that my life has been flowing right now. Um, Before I get into this, I do want to give a big shout out to everyone who supports my channel. Um, People who, my faithfuls, I call them my regulars. Thank you to all my regulars who come and watch like all my picker cards. Hey Yana, all my picker cards, all my Sacred Sunday readings. You know, big shout out to all those people. Those of you who comment and those of you who just come to watch. Thank you. I just wanted to show my gratitude, my love, and my appreciation for everyone who comes to my channel and who supported me so far. Um, Big shout out to Joey, King of Aloha. Uh, you guys know him because, like I said before, a lot of you guys are from his channel. Um, Big shout out to Noonie as well. Just because I just like giving Noonie a shout out because he also done a lot for my channel as well. Um, but yeah, I just wanted to start off by giving thanks and gratitude. But for this, I guess we can call it a reading. This is more just like a channel, more of a channel thing. Like I'm more so just going to be channeling, and I'll pull some cards and like see what's going to come out because I do have a bunch of oracles lined up. Got the cards in my hand, but I just been feeling more so guided to just like talk and share. Um, One of the things that I've been seeing around on YouTube lately, just from readers, is the fact that at least just in, because I watch a lot of like pick a card readings as well. But one of the biggest things that I've been seeing is like a lot of readers have just been like hitting it bang on, hitting my readings bang on, especially when it comes to like the dream that I had. Um, Before like I really got into like all this like really new energy, I would say like even just like a couple days ago. No, no. Cause there's two dreams that I want to talk to you guys about. The first dream that I had was like the start of like the very start of like when everything really started to shift and change. And then I think the next dream, now that I'm really just thinking about it and like because every time I talk about my dreams with you guys or speak them out loud, I get filled with more and more confirmations because I really open myself up as a channel. But the second dream was more of a confirmation of the first. So the dream that I really wanted to talk to you guys about was like the second dream, the confirmation. This dream that I had, and I know I don't have a lot of gamers on here. I don't have a lot of, nerdy people on here. So you guys just got to follow along and use your imagination as best you can. But the dream that I had most recently was me and a couple of people held up or like barricaded in a decrepit house. Um, we were calling for a rescue, and we were just like holed up in the house, looking out the window, and we was waiting for a confirmation. We were waiting for a sign. We were waiting for a signal as we were holed up in this decrepit house. So we heard the voice on the radio and said that we'll be arriving. Like rescue was on its way. So if any of you guys, like I said, I don't have too many gamers on here, so use your imagination. But in the final scenario of this game called Left 4 Dead, in the final scenario of like the chapters in the game, there's always one big giant like shootout. Left 4 Dead is a zombie game. It's about like zombies and mutated monsters, and you gotta fight your way through as survivors, and that's what they're called in that game. Your characters are called survivors. So it was me and a couple other survivors, and we were held up in a house, in a decrepit house, and we were about to be rescued. But before we can get rescued, we had to have one final battle. And in this final battle, like in the game, they send everything at you. Like there's waves and waves and waves of zombies that come at you. All the special infected, they call them, comes out. They got special powers. They be coming at you too. And we was in there. We was having to hold them off for quite a long time. Shooting the place up. I had to help a couple of people a few times, and it was intense. Like it was a very intense dream, very action packed. So it was very, very intense. So after we ended up like clearing out the area, arrived. And mind you, the rescue didn't look like anything like I thought it was. I was expecting like, a big old tank or like something like really built for combat. But no, it was just like a regular ass car. Like it's a regular ass car pulled up. It says, "Hey, we're here to save you." Mind you, I wasn't in the mindset to question. Like we were just going through hell, so I was going to take any kind of rescue, and I was tired of being held up in that house. So I ran. Like I was a little bit of distance away from the car. I had to jump over some obstacles, and I got into the back seat. And we were yelling at one other person to come along because someone else was like a little bit slower, and we had to say, "Come on, or you gonna get left." And the person ended up coming into the car. We packed into the car. I was in the back seat. I wasn't driving this car. I was just in the back seat. I asked the driver because I remembered that I had my little brother with me. Like I kept them in the house to be safe. And I told the driver like, "Hey, uh, I need to get my little brother here. I'm not going to abandon him. I'm not going to leave him." So he acquiesced. He let me get out the car, and I called to my little brother, and he came. But he had to sit on my lap because the car was full. And mind you, he's my little brother, but he's just about as tall as me. He what, like 17, 16, 17, 18 now. He about to head off to college soon. So, he had to come, he had to sit on my lap, and he just like sat on my lap, but he got smaller and he just laid on me, and we were being rescued. As we were being rescued, we stopped in the middle of the road, and my sister was there. And my sister had a baby in her arm. Mind you, she does have a kid, but her kid isn't a baby. But she had a baby. She was just looking around like she just was nervous, like she was trying to get rid of the baby. She put the baby in my arms, and she was just like looking around real nervous, like real shifty. And she was like, "I'll be back." And she ran off, and she never came back. So I had to take her baby too and get into the back seat of the car with my little brother in this crowded ass car, and we drove off to a rescue. But the biggest confirmation about that dream was the fact that it was the start of a new cycle. But before we can begin that new cycle, the enemy sends every single thing at you that it can. So, luckily for me, I've already made it through that energy and through like that big battle. But if some of you guys are sitting here wondering when's your breakthrough coming, things just seem like it's getting worse. It's going to get worse before it gets better. I'm gonna tell you that right here, right now, because that's the enemy's final chance to get you to break. They're going to throw everything at you. They're going to start bringing out the big hitters. They're going to start sending all the evil eye witches to come your way. And it's up to you to shoot them down. Shoot them down as they come. Because, like I said, you guys don't play video games, so you just don't understand the intensity of the final scenario in the Left 4 Dead game. Like, it's intense. Like, those zombies do not stop coming. And they send everything at you. It's a really intense battle. So, just know, like, if you've been really feeling like really, really challenged, really, really pushed lately, just know it's because you're at the precipice of your breakthrough. Like you're literally almost there. So don't give up. Don't give up. So that was the first dream that I felt like I had to channel. Like as I was in meditation, they told me to share that one, and they told me to share the one that I'm about to share with you now. So this dream happened first. This was the dream that opened up the gateway for me to step into like this and step out this cycle and into the energy of abundance. It was this dream right here, at least just this part that I remember. So in this dream, I was living in a forest, And I really feel like I have to say it was a mystical forest. Like it was like very fairy like. I was living like inside of a tree. If you guys can believe it. I was living inside of a tree. And I was in like a living room of like my house with my family, and we were sitting by a candlelight, or like a lantern, and we were just sitting there in the house. And this was another one of my sister's kids, mind you. This child hasn't been born yet. This is the child of my sister who's currently pregnant, and I got to see her son. His spirit came to me, and he was just sitting at the table on her lap, and he was coloring. But then he looked up from his coloring, and he looked at me, and he said, "You know what? I know that you out here, you give readings to everyone, but no one ever really comes to read for you." So he was like, "Can I be the one to read for you, Uncle Keenan? Can I read your chakra? Can I read your energy?" And that just like touched my heart. I was like, look at my nephew following in my footsteps, this little divine baby. So of course I started smiling. I sat at the big wooden table, and I told him, "Go ahead. Yes, read for me. I would appreciate it. I would love that." So then it got serious. He stopped his coloring, and then his eyes had like a really far off look, like he was really channeling. Like, and I'm like, this little boy's a pro. Like, what the fuck? So he started channeling for me. And the first thing he said was, "Your third eye and your soul star chakra have been activated." And he was like, "But be warned, but be aware that they are surrounding you. They're surrounding you like they did the Jews." And he said, "Don't fall into the trap." And then as he was trying to tell me like that part about the Jews, like someone started banging in the background. It was noise, like that message was trying to be drowned out. I heard it. But in the dream, I was like, "Han, can you repeat that last part?" Because I'm like, what the hell? Let me try to absorb that again. Say that again. But then his trance broke. It's from Sweden. So nice to see you here on. Hi, Janet. Thank you. I love that. And shout out to Sweden. Um, yeah, so he channeled that message for me, but there was something about like the Jews being encircled. And I know for a fact, like the Jewish people were always like persecuted. The Israelites, they were always persecuted. They always had to fight off enemies from different nations who were just jealous, or just didn't want them around, or just tried to look at them as less than. And he said, like, they're surrounding you like they did the Jews. Don't fall into the trap. And when I tried to get him to repeat it, his trance broke. And then it's like he never even spoke to me. He just went back to coloring. So I took it as prophecy, because when I have dreams like that, like I know for a fact, especially if it comes from kids, I know for a fact that it's coming from a very last of the real. Oh, hey, hi. When it comes from like children in my dreams, I know for a fact that it's coming from a very divine place. Because usually, whenever I dream of children, I'm always taking care of them, or they're always flocking to me. But that was like literally, I don't know, I can't explain it. It was divine. It was very out of the ordinary for when children appear in my dreams. They never asked to do a reading for me. They never really give me prophecy. And if a children prophesied to me in my dreams, it's always a baby. Like it's always babies that prophesy to me, and I can never hear them. I can never hear them. So that was very, very interesting. I took it as a sign that, one, my gift is strengthening, because now I can actually hear what children are saying to me in my dreams. I can hear them now. But for some of you guys, I don't know why Father had me share that message with you guys, or share that dream. So take that one like with your own intuition, because I don't know. I felt like it was very personal, but I felt really, really guided, and really strongly guided to share that dream. And I don't know why. I don't know why. I was taking that more as personal confirmation, because after I had that dream, that was when Joey, King of Aloha, sent me my first round of gifts, which was the Gateway of Light activation deck. And then in this deck which is really funny because you'll be hard pressed to find this. In this deck, they have a card that talks about Soul Star activation. And that was the card that popped out of the deck for me when I touched it. So you'll be really hard pressed to find any decks out here that mention the Soul Star chakra. And I just thought it was interesting that, you know, you're such a sweetheart. Like, I really wish you monumental success and happiness. Thank you. Oh my God. So much good energy. Please give it to me. And I'm sending it right back out. But that was the thing that really that was the dream, and then the day that really shifted my energy. So I don't know. I had to share that with you guys. Take what you can from those dreams. Uh, yeah, I know the zombie one is a collective message. I know for a fact, but I really feel like the first one, the one that I shared about the child prophesying, that's probably going to be for only a select few. Like for those people who don't know what it means, or like I don't know. Like, I'm just following my guidance here. I don't question. I just do. So now that I got those messages out the way, um, pull some cards, and we're going to see what comes out. I've been holding this tarot deck in my hand for a while now, so I guess I'll actually like shuffle. I've been just looking through it and just been seeing High Priestess, the Star. So let's see what comes out. So, beings of love and light, and those who are aligned with me today for this reading. Why have I been guided to do this? What do you want? Nah, I'm joking. If there's a message that you guys wish to share, I'm open. I'm ready. And please, speak through me. Okay. Keep shuffling. All right. Okay. 4 cards. I got you. Okay. Oh, all right. Okay. So, I pulled the Two of Swords, Page of Page of Cups. Why was I about to say that? The Ace of Cups, and the Knight of Pentacles. And the fact of the matter is, like, there's a decision here that a lot of you guys need to make. Because at the bottom of the deck is the Magician, which lets me know that this is truly up to you. Truly up to you, harnessing your willpower, focusing up, and choosing to make this decision. But there's something here, like for some of you guys, if you're watching this, some of you guys might be stuck at a crossroads or stuck between a decision to make. Or I'm hearing, like, you know, there's something to have to do here with just like trusting your intuition and trusting your guidance. You not knowing what the path ahead is going to look like, you not knowing how something is turning out, but just making a decision to trust and move forward. Because there's newness that's trying to be brought into your life and more fulfilling. I'm hearing like your cup needs to be filled, and your spirit guides are trying to lead you to that road, that decision that's going to lead to this. Because this is going to be a road of like long and stable prosperity. Like, it's something that's going to be built up over time, but it's something that's going to be consistent and something that's really going to allow you to like really push through. I feel that very, very heavy. One thing I'm hearing is like focus, like work on your health. Like, if you guys work out, then you're already in this. And I feel like this is a message for me because I don't work out. I was supposed to, but I stopped because I ended up being homeless and I didn't feel right working out. But yeah, there's something here about long standing and a road to stability. And like I said, I really feel like if that first dream that resonated, the one about the zombie battle, the battle of the zombies, if that resonated, like there's something here. Like I said, if that dream really resonated, you're at the precipice of something. And that's your intuition trying to tell you, like, you're right there. Like, this manifestation is about to come through. It's like practically just like it's looking at you here with the Page of Swords and Magician. It's looking at you. And look at this, the Fool card. A brand new start, a brand new beginning. Like, you're right there. And like I said before, don't give up. You're right there. This speaks to me of like the third eye chakra as well with the Page of Cups. Because the Page of Cups, to me, is like someone who's just like beginning to listen to their intuition. It's when your intuition is just like a whisper in your ear, like in a very, very back of your mind. Like, is where you can think to yourself, like, is this my intuition or is this just my thoughts? There's something really, really strong, really palpable about that energy that's happening here. And once you make the decision to like really realize like, no, this isn't just my thoughts, this is my intuition and I must act. I have to do this thing, then that's when things are really going to start shifting, because it's going to lead you down the path to like prosperity, the path to stability. I hear in abundance because the Knight of Pentacles is all about something that's slow built, something that's like really coming up. This is like Capricorn energy to me, like having something that you like worked for, that you're working for. There's something there. Can I get a little bit more about the Two of Swords, please? Oh. Two of Swords, Three of Swords. Some pain. Can I ask for a card just for me, please? I hope it do not sound rude. No, it doesn't sound rude. I used to do that a lot for my Facebook, but right now I am kind of just like doing the channel thing for like everyone. But I will make this exception this one time, Janet. This one time, I'll make an exception. I'll put this message on pause, and I'll do one just for you. Especially since I don't have a particular message to give this time around anyway, so I'll allow it. Oh wow. Okay. Okay. I just came right out. Cleansing with the broomstick. So Janet, just for you, I feel like that you need to, and this is funny because I just did this for myself. You need to clear out your energy, Janet. I really feel like there's a lot of stuff from your past that's like really on your head and on your mind. It's really blinding you to the future that you really have and to like certain decisions that need to be made. I'm feeling a strong sense of energetic interference with you, Janet, right now. There's probably a lot of doubts, a lot of fears, a lot of I don't know if I should say insecurities, but there's probably a lot of things that's like really blocking you right now, Janet. And they need to be cleansed, they need to be like thrown out. Because the broomstick is always about like hopping into new energy and the cleansing of energy. That's why you jump the broom with your partner. I don't know if that's just like an old school black thing or if that's like something that's like translated well into Sweden. I'm not sure. But jumping the broom is like jumping into a new beginning, to a fresh start and a fresh beginning. You need to clear your energy, Janet. If you know how to cleanse your energy, then it's definitely a must and a need. So that way you can hear your intuition better. And that's your card. Now back to the message. Two of Swords, Three of Swords. The decision here, and what's really keeping you guys probably from making this decision is, and no problem, Janet, is a old wound. I really feel like there's a wound or something that happened, a disappointment. Maybe you're being asked to like try something that you've already, to do something along the vein of something that you've already tried before and you had like a hard time doing. Yeah, you didn't really have like the best attempt at. Like, I know for me, um, something that I really had a hard time doing and that I really just didn't want to like was like the whole Facebook reading thing. Like I used to read for Facebook. I had like a whole Facebook group, and you for a long time I did it and I enjoyed it. But when I came to YouTube, it was like a whole different ball game. Like I just was not I just was not seeing the results that I wanted, and it really hurt me on a deep level, and I lost a lot of my confidence. But I made the decision to get back on the saddle and try again, because this wound that was in my heart had a lot to do with the fact that I don't feel comfortable in front of a camera. Like I really had to do like the Facebook thing for quite a while before I felt comfortable reading for other people, before I built up the confidence in my readings. And even once I started doing like the Facebook live thing, I was really, really nervous the first time I started doing live readings. But then I practiced and I practiced and I just elevated. So whatever it is, there's definitely something in terms of like a wound that's like really keeping you guys from moving forward in this. I see it, the Chariot and the Knight of Wands right under the Three of Swords. insecurities. It's something that's like really that happened in the past. So if there's something that you're scared to do, I think that's the thing that you need to do. And I think that's the premise of like the Two of Swords. Could be something that you're afraid to do, but you're being guided to do it anyway. You got to look that fear in the eyes and make the jump. So what's the Page of Cups? Yeah, Six of Pentacles. Your spirit is trying to. This is me as well. Oh wow, yes, Yana. Your spirit guys are trying to give to you. They're trying to put you on. I'm hearing they're trying to put you on game. They really trying to like help you go down a proper path. That's really going to surprise you. You being authentic and open about your truths is very courageous and will bring you a dope following soon enough. Thank you. My God. It's so much good energy. One of the biggest things, and I mentioned this in my natal chart reading that I accidentally deleted, was being a Scorpio moon, being open and vulnerable is really hard for me. So it's really, really hard for me to talk about my dreams and things of that nature. I always like to want to keep that stuff a secret, like it's mine. But meant to give, meant to share, and share I will. So yeah, your spirit guides are trying to lead you down a path that's going to give to you. That's really going to be like really get like, wow. I really feel like your spirit guides wants to give. They want you to see how abundant the universe is, and you just gotta make the decision to be brave and to make the choice to go down this route and this path, because it's really going to change your life. I'm getting good tower here, not bad tower, like because I know a lot of people get afraid when they see the tower, but to me, it's always a sudden upheaval, a change, and I don't know, maybe it's just my Scorpio moon and my active 8th house, but I think change is good. Transformation is always welcomed around here and on this channel. We welcome the tower. Yes, when you be yourself, it helps others be true to them. Okay. I received that advice. I'm going to make sure I could work on being more vulnerable and open, especially during my live readings. It's so double courageous for you. You guys are awesome. I knew there was a reason why I had to do this today. I like this energy. So I was channeling what the Ace of Cups was about, and it's the Five of Pentacles. About feeling alone, feeling abandoned, feeling like really, really left out. Your spirit guys really want to like renew you, and like I said, I hear it fill up your cup. Because right now, like I said, being alone and abandoned, the Four of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, just focusing on, little menial tasks or like really just like, things that you might not feel is important. But even if you feel like, no one is like receiving your work, that no one is paying you any attention, keep doing. I'm seeing one of my cards from like one of my other decks. It's called Gifts to the Portal. And that card talks about just doing the work. And that was the card that I pulled for myself a lot when I was first starting my channel and I was starting to feel down. It talks about if no one else sees your work, just know that spirit sees your work, and that's all that matters. Your work is a gift to your spirit guides to let them know like you're serious. Oh, okay. To let you know that they're serious. That they're oh no, let them know that you're serious. I'm sorry, someone texted me, and it was a confirmation too, because they were talking about helicopters, and helicopter like just passed. Shoot, not alone, outcast, slandered, and lied on. Five of Pentacles. And being outcast, it is being alone, by the way. But yeah, I get you. I feel you. It's not good energy. Yeah, there's something about like, just like focusing on things, but you need to like maintain that focus. And I was talking about gifts to the portal. That's right. The card Gifts to the Portals. Even if no one else sees your work or appreciate it, just know that spirit does. Your spirit guys see it, they appreciate it, and your work will be rewarded as long as it's a labor of love. And that's one thing that's really important in this, the love for what you're doing. Don't be out here trying to work for financial gain, because if you do that, it's only going to slow down your blessing. Do work because it's something that you love, it's something that you enjoy. And putting your time and your energy, investing it into something that, put your time and your energy into something that makes you happy, it's always going to pay you back in the end. It's always going to pay you back in the end. So what's this Knight of Pentacles? What else can we get for the Knight of Pentacles? Ooh, here it is. I seen this like really hanging out. The King of Cups. This is all about like maturity, foundations. I really feel that here. A strong emotional foundation, and even just like something that's like really physical and stable. A brand new idea. The Magician's Wand. We love it. We love to see it. Magician's Wand. There's something here along with whatever this decision is to like get back on the saddle, to work despite your fears, to work despite your insecurities, to work despite past my slaying be real. It's okay. To work despite past like resentments and past setbacks. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. That's a real clear message here. Keep pushing because whatever it is that you're working on, as long as it's made out of a labor of love, it's gonna come true for you. The universe is gonna provide. And I really feel that here. The universe will provide. It's abundant, has more than enough of everything to go around. Get out there and do what you love. And again, the tower showed up again. Like I said, this is like a good tower. You're manifesting a radical upheaval, radical change. If you've been dedicated, focused and dedicated on building something or like contributing or working on something, make the decision to stay dedicated, to continue to build upon it, especially if it's something that fills you with passion and fills you with love. Now, I know for a fact that I wanted to bring one of these out. These are the Unshakable Inner Peace Oracle cards. Again, shout out to Joey. This was his second gift to me. This deck and this deck. He sent me two at once. I talks about my ADD and other problems I have. I've made others open up too. And that's it. That's exactly it. People I am friends with on Facebook for some examples. It feels good to know you are not alone with your issues. Exactly. And I think that's something that I really have to take into consideration here. Because even just recently, I started talking a little bit more about my beliefs. I was out on a date or whatever, and a person, for somehow, some way, we ended up on the topic of religion and spirituality. Oh, because I mentioned to them, like, my spirituality, my faith is a big part of who I am. And we got into this big discussion. I'm gonna call it a discussion, but they were uncomfortable a little bit. I made them sweat a little bit with my views because whenever I do talk about something I'm passionate about, I talk about it with authority, and, and a lot of people tend to freeze up and don't know how to handle that. They get shook. So I had to let them know, like, not angry. I'm not raising my voice or anything. I'm just unshaken. I'm not easily shook. You're not gonna shake me. So I welcome all of that. I'm manifesting a very large and right now. It would be a tower, but very positive. So there we go. Boom. So yeah, talking about the things that make you happy, it can work in a lot of like different ways. Cause I just realized like that person that I was talking to, they actually were struggling in their own life. And some of the things that, that I believed in that Father had me say to him, I invited him back. We didn't we didn't do anything, you guys. It was very wholesome. I invited him back to my place and I did a reading for him. And lo and behold, would you know that the things that we talked about at that table, the things that I was talking to him about came up in that reading. Father was like, I got your back. Boom, boom, boom. No, my son. And I was like, yes, yes. Let him know. But no, it was exactly what he needed to hear. And it was beautiful. Now he's inspired to get up and continue his creation process. Like I was telling him. Like, create. Do what makes you happy. Like boom. I had to tell him. Yeah, I had to tell him like your thoughts, the way that you believe and what you believe in shapes your reality. And if you want to keep your reality small, then so be it. But first card that came out was like you being called higher. Expand your belief, shift your perspective. And I was like, remember I said this? So yeah, and it all came from this deck. So I really got to give like Joey like his props for this because the three decks that he gave me just been Spot on. Light workers give the best gifts, apparently. So, who knew? Who knew? Light workers give the best gifts. Ah, so this is one card that came out. It says, everyone is on their own journey. I really like the artwork on these cards as well. They're very ethereal, very beautiful. How can you focus more on your own path? Let me see. I'm going to take this one too. This one says, trust your faith and dive into the unfolding journey. What is your faith asking of you? And it's funny that I was just talking about my faith. These cards love to back me up, huh? Cards love to back me up. Should I really pull this one out? I feel the message and I want to talk, and I just don't really want to do it, but I guess I'll do it. And the other one is called Oneness Is on the Way. And it says, how can you show more compassion and acceptance towards those you don't understand? So the fact that everyone is on their own journey, trust your faith and dive into the unfolding journey, and oneness is on the way. Those messages in and of itself really aligns with what I was saying here. Trust your path. Trust those little whispers in the back of your mind. Trust what your intuition is telling you. But just realize that you can't be looking over your shoulders comparing your life to other people, or comparing your success and your progress to other people, because comparison is the thief of joy. If you really sit there and say wow, this person had this right there, they only started doing this and they got it 2 months and now this and this and this is coming in for them, it really takes away from the sacredness and the divinity of your path. And that was one of the things that I really had to get out of very early in my YouTubing career. That's just seeing how seemed like seemingly easy it was for everyone else to get success, and I'm over here busting my ass for months, almost a year now, and nothing really seemingly came through. But if I really would have stuck with that mindset, I really would have been cheating myself out of really beautiful and fulfilling experiences like tonight. With me connecting to people who really need to hear what I have to say, or really just need the confirmations from that I'm giving. Focus on your own journey. I didn't want to make it sound so harsh, but yeah, focus on your own journey and trust exactly what's being asked of you. And like I said, it's probably something that's that's scary, something that wounded you in the past, but you need to do it. You need to trust. And you need to do it, because the universe is trying to fill you up. It's trying to become one with you. This card says, how can you show more compassion and acceptance towards those you don't understand? I really feel like even with the Two of Swords, Three of Swords, there's been a kind of an argument or an altercation with someone or maybe even a group of people recently, and it's probably been having you feel a certain kind of way. This might just be for just some people in particular. Learn to really just know that people are different, and not everyone's going to see the things the way that you do, and not everyone's going to be the way that it's going to. You can't expect you out of other people is what I'm hearing. You can't expect you from other people. So really make sure that you have compassion for other people and realize that everyone is on their own journey. Maybe that person's just not ready to hear what you're putting down just yet. But either way, stay true to you. Focus up on whatever it is that you've been working on, whatever it is that you believe, whatever it is that you're being guided to do, and you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. So what else are we going to get from these cards? I really feel like I should pull one from here. I'm not going to use all these decks that I pulled out, because I really don't like my readings, my channel messages to be too long. Wow. First card that I pulled was well-being. It says self-preservation, service to spirit, and a youthful experience. Here, spirit is coming out a lot. This Six of Pentacles, I really feel like a lot of you guys are being called to serve. The Page of Cups and the Six of Pentacles, you guys are being called to serve and being called to give. Like I said, don't do your work or don't do anything expecting financial or money or monetary gain. Those works are going to be not going to be so fruitful. But if you're doing stuff out of like the kindness of your heart, through compassion, through service of spirit instead of service of self, then that's gonna be the thing. Like that's really gonna help you come through. And that's something I really feel like I have to say, that someone needs to hear that. Someone might really be too heavily focused on their finances, on their money, on the fact that they're not really abundant and they really feel like they're trying to just like call in more for themselves, but that's not the way to go about it. Abundance will come to you when you just give. When you get into the energy of just giving of yourself, of giving freely. And I really feel like that's what the Page of Cups and the Six of Pentacles is. These Oracle cards are giving me the clarity that I need. Give of yourself to other people. Show compassion, show love. Just do for the sake of doing. Do it for the sake of love. I really feel like I have to keep saying, don't expect monetary gain. Because if you come into it with that intention, like I'm going to do this to make money, then God isn't behind that. He's not behind that. He's behind works of love. Like I thought. Okay, I'm gonna take this out as well because this is energy attachments. It says energy exchange, negative influences, and self-sabotage. And what I was just talking about is definitely negative influences. The love or the want to do something for the money. Because it's very soulless once you start getting into that. It can sound really holier than thou coming from me, or like I'm on like my high horse or pedestal, but I'm just the messenger. Don't shoot me. Here we have the Dharma wheel, which is about karmic lessons, peer pressure, and moral codes. Like I said, especially with the moral codes and the Dharma wheel. Do whatever it is that you want to do out of love. If you really sit down and attach yourself to an outcome of like financial or monetary gain, you're going to lose the love for it. You're going to lose your passion. You're going to lose your spark. Love has to be at the center of whatever it is that you do, because when you have love, you have God, you have source in it. Make that your thing, not money. And here we have divine creation, acceptance, personal commitments, and euphoria. The divine creations let me know, as I've been saying, put it with love, and it's truly going to be divine. If you truly want to manifest, truly want something, then you need to give back to the world. You can't just like expect things to like come to you like gimme, 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 and your works aren't even like of the divine. It's just like, oh, gimme, 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 and I'm just gonna give people whatever. I can't give to anyone because I don't have anything. Well, you have yourself, you have your heart, you have your connection. You definitely share that with other people, and allow good things to come your way. I'm channeling a card from another one of my decks. Now I'm gonna pull this out because I really feel like this needs to come out. Which is funny because I was gonna make this a gifted deck reading, and this was another deck that I was gifted, which is the Prophet Oracle cards by it's from the Prophet from Khalil Gibran. So it's another one of my decks that was gifted to me. Shout out to Zoe for the deck. But where's the card that I'm channeling here? Because I don't channel this deck often, but this card does have like divine energy. The Prophet is a very deep spiritual book. I haven't read it, but everyone talks to me about how deep it is. I think it's that one. Let me keep looking. I think it's this one now. Yeah, it's this one. This card. Take with you your all. There, you do have things to give. You do have things you can contribute. Even if you feel like you don't have anything, you don't have any money, you still have life. You still have yourself. You still have a spirit to give. So give of that and give of it freely. And don't don't expect financial compensation. I'm not saying come out here and work for free, but don't don't let money be the end goal here, because that's the quickest way to like lose favor or to not receive it. If you want to sit here and just like try to just do like a gimme, 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 you gotta be given back in some kind of way in order to receive. That's not how the universe works. That's not the law of reciprocity. You're not truly working with the law of attraction if the only thing you're trying to do is just bring in things for yourself and not embodying any type of generosity, not giving up your time, your energy, your wisdom, or even your money. You're not your manifestations will be moot. I get it. You are correct. Oh, let me see. I know one of you guys want to come out. This deck always gives me trouble. Nothing. I rarely can get a card to fall out of here, but when they do just fall out, it's always something that's spot on. But it's never just that. So let me focus harder. Wow. Okay. Wow. Well, thank goodness I did that, because I got 4 cards that I'm going to end this reading on, and it's perfect. So, choosing your path, realizing that all is possible, and again, that speaks into that Two of Swords about making a decision to like really move forward. Just know that everything is yours. Abundance is pouring into your life infinitely. You're always abundant, even when your finances isn't looking right, even when it seems like you don't have anything. You always have life. You always have the ability to feel joy, to be happy. There's always something to be thankful for and be grateful for. And that thankfulness and that gratefulness allows more to come your way. Navigate by the stars means trust your intuition. Follow your bliss. Do what makes you happy. Like I said, Father don't have me looking a fool whenever I get on here and do these live readings. Do what makes you happy. Like that's the whole point of this. Do what you love and do labors of love. I'm gonna stress that. Stress it. Because this is a major key here. I'm hearing it's a major key. Do what you love and do it in love, and answer the call, because the time is now. I've been staring at this card. I didn't want to bring it out, but here we have Leader of the Light. Where are you being called to serve and support others? I've been staring at it this whole time, and I feel like now's the time for me to bring it out. Where are you being called to serve and support others? If you want to keep this infinite abundance going, then now's the time for you to serve. Don't just come in and try to manifest and do the gimme, 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 gimme. I've been going through so much gimme, 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 gimme. Give, and you will receive. Answer that call. Step into a higher purpose of service to others, especially if you are very spiritually connected and very spiritually gifted. Serve, give, and watch what comes to you. Watch how your life transform and change. So that's the message that I got for you guys. Thank you, everyone, for coming in and sharing your beautiful energy with me. And thank you for watching. Be blessed, y'all. I'm going to go get me some sleep. Bye.